Hello everyone, my name is Olectralab and today I have just finished making this directional EMP gun. It's a Yagi antenna that I picked up for about $3, a stick that I found on the beach, a LiPo battery from I think one of those like electric scooters, and a high voltage converter. And I think this switch comes from like a toaster or something. No, not a toaster, it comes from something else. What was it again? I thought it was a hairdryer. I think this switch comes from a hairdryer. Anyway, you simply point it at the thing that you want to not work that is electrical, and then you pull the trigger, and there's a little safety switch on here so that only I can fire it, and this little thing will start. Oh, it terrifies me every time because I might just zap myself. It basically tases the Yagi antenna and then makes that dodgy surveillance truck over there have its radios not work. And that's pretty much it. It's pretty fun. And if you're ever lost in the bush and all you have is this EMP gun, you can always take these giant metal reflectors off the back and use them to make toast if you want. So there's that. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Very cheap. I would say that overall it probably cost about maybe $10 to $12 to make in its entirety. Or maybe the electrical tape. It might be like $15, like $15 for this EMP gun, and it's pretty effective, does its job. It's got pretty good range thanks to the Yagi directional antenna. Yeah, it wouldn't really work on like super high frequency stuff like 5G, 4G, 3G, that sort of thing, but it definitely jam radios because it's essentially a spark gap radio, and very effective. You can see its effectiveness by the amount of engine revving going on from that dodgy surveillance truck over there. Actually, no, it's not on right now. 1 second. Here we go. And now it's operational. Very good. I'm not exactly sure what its max range is. I haven't really tested it. I might in future possibly buy a bunch of cheap radios from the dollar store and just line them up with a camera next to each of them and just see to what exact extent the jamming is. If you want to adjust the frequency that it's jamming on, you just sort of move the electrode closer or further away, and if you want something really controlled that's set to a set frequency and not just sort of jumping across a whole bunch of bandwidth, then you can get, I think there's like little neon arc gap things where the distance of the spark gap is set, which changes the frequency by how often it discharges through the gas now. As you can see, we've chased the truck away. It's gone away now because its radio doesn't work. Lol.